What do you do when your body is tired, but your spirit is driven? What do you do? You hear me? I ask that because I'm part of the solution, not the problem. So I find pleasure in helping us recognize what I point out. And I say that because when you know who you are and you connect to that, for one thing, it's alignment. And when you connect to that, those who you are assigned to may not understand that if they had to connect to that within themselves. And then y'all connect with each other from that same space. If you don't listen, you're gonna miss it. And out of the most times in our life, there's a few times in our life that happened, but that wasn't always the case. You know? But for those who recognize and resonate with what I'm saying, it's really only one thing to do after that. You know, is figure out how we gonna stay high. Because on every level, as we know, familiar with the quote, on every level is a devil. Or on every level is opposition. Yin and yang gonna always exist, no matter where we find ourselves at in life, how we wanna look at it, good and bad, you know, masculine, feminine, you know, opposing forces gonna always exist as long as we here. And after we exit, you know, it's frequency, it's energy, it's vibration, it's resonance, it's waves, you know, it's light, it's sound. It's a whole lot of things, you know. It's a whole lot of things that make up our makeup. You hear me? For those who don't know, you know. We ain't just show up, you know, cause man and woman decided to have sex, and that promoted us being here. We you know, that ain't why we show up. For those who showing up, that ain't just how you showed up. You hear me? You know. It's a whole lot of more things, you know, in us and beyond us that most of us totally unaware about ourselves, because we think cause you know, and if I ain't talking to you, don't force it, you know, but most people think, you know, they what they see in the mirror. You know, most people think they what they see in the mirror. You know, blessed are those who know who they are, what they are beyond what they see. You know, do you know who you are beyond what you see in the mirror? That's a question to ask yourself. Do I know who I am beyond what I see in the mirror? You know, do you know who you are beyond what you think in your mind? Have you asked yourself who you are and sat still and allowed yourself to make itself known to you? Good, bad, or indifferent, you hear me? Depending on what you vibrating on, because I ain't gonna act like all of us vibrating, you know, toward the same goal. You know, everybody ain't here to be in the light, and everybody ain't here to be in the dark. You know, and some people, you know, think they can juggle with both. You hear me? Choose your path, whatever best for you. You hear me? When you get to the fork of the road, you gotta know which way to go. You hear me? And don't tamper with nothing, you know, that may be bigger than you. I'll put it like that, you know, cause you know, many people opening up different forms of, I'll say, Pandora's box, you know, And it's way bigger than what they imagined they was getting themselves into. You know, spirituality is real. Spirituality take work. Self-mastery take work. Self-mastery is real. You hear me? You know. So I say that for what it's worth. It's real. You know. Don't open up. Don't open up no spiritual realm that you're not prepared, you're not armored up, you're not ready to walk through. You hear me? You know, I don't know who I'm talking to or why I'm even there to say that, you know. But yeah, it's real. You know. Remember, you rather make mistakes. You rather learn from somebody else's mistakes than have to experience your own. And that won't always be the case in everything, you know, and in every situation, because we all have some things that we must go through, you know, to sharpen, to upgrade, you know, different aspects of us, you know. But we all experiencing this thing together. And I see the wisdom in that, and I see the beauty in that, you know, cause I'm still figuring out a lot of things myself, but I got a lot of things figured out, so that's why I'm here to help. You hear me? Yeah. Do you know who you are beyond what you see? And how much do you comprehend what you are beyond what you see? How much do you comprehend who you are and what you are beyond your feelings, beyond your emotions? Cause it's a lot of us that be running on emotions off the wrong thing, you know. How do your feelings impact your views? How do your feelings impact your view, how you view things? How do our feelings, this is the question I'm asking us to ourselves, how do our feelings affect or impact how we view things, how we view ourselves, how we view life, how we view family, you know, how we view anything external of ourselves, but mostly the things that we internalize. How do our feelings affect how we view ourselves internally? Because it has every part in how and how we perform on the external, you know. Yeah. Do you care about how you behave? More so, do you care about how others behave? And why? How does that affect you about you? What does that have to do with you anyway? And I ain't saying that it don't. I'm just presenting some things to give us some things to think about. You hear me? So that we can self-reflect. You know. How does that affect you? And if anything external of you has affected you, you know, in what ways did you use that to make improvements about yourself? In which ways did you use that to make changes within yourself? In which ways did you improve, you know, prove yourself, upgrade yourself by something that happened externally of you? Because you know, because in most cases, it ain't always on the good end. We don't recognize the good times as much as we recognize the negative times, you know. And depending on what type of spirit we may be entertaining, by what you may be hearing, you'll swell. Good times don't even exist according to them, you know. But them the type of beings that you don't need around you. You hear me? Yeah. When you know who you are, you connect to that. It's called alignment. You hear me? Yeah. Has has having unwanted situations been of benefit to you? Because having unwanted situations been a benefit to me. They gave me lessons to learn. You hear me? You know, they gave me lessons to learn. A lot of unwanted things. You know, I found myself in a lot of predicaments that I may not have liked myself. I may not have like finding myself in those situations, in those predicaments, but when I got through them, you know, I wouldn't trade it for nothing in the world. I was grateful, you know. I was wiser because of it. I was stronger because of it. I was more resilient because of it, you know. I was a whole lot of things, yeah, a whole lot of things to get me to this point. better than I never been. So if you show up, whenever you show up, it's because you're on that road to being better than you never been. You hear me? And I'm happy you made it. You know. Yeah, these are the things, man. These are the things that they may feel uncomfortable, but it's important. And, you know, these are the things that may trigger us, but it's important. You hear me? Because you can't be free until you can tell your story. You know, and our stories don't consist of all bad, but it don't consist of all good. It's two sides to every story, and everybody got a story to tell. You know, yeah. According to us, as we have experienced it, you know. Not just me. I'm not here to present myself like I'm the only one. You know, I'm just the only me. You hear me? Yeah, but these things are important. You know, we can't vibrate with unhealed wounds. You know, we can't vibrate high. I'll say it like this: we can't vibrate high with unhealed wounds. We can't vibrate high with childhood trauma, you know, undealt with childhood trauma. We can't vibrate high with mama issues. We can't vibrate high with daddy issues. We can't vibrate high with mama and daddy issues. You hear me? I don't want to leave nobody out. We can't vibrate high with family issues. When the last time somebody you know been to a family reunion? I remember growing up, it was always a family reunion being had somewhere. You don't hardly even hear about family reunions, you know, no more. Not just in my family, a lot of people's family. You know, these are this is the higher view that I be given, you know, to look upon, you know, and call some things out, because why? We gotta do better. You hear me? Yeah, we can't vibrate high with unhealed friend issues. We can't vibrate high with unhealed not knowing how to work around the people we may work around. There's all kind of issues on the planet right now. You know, good, bad, and indifferent. You know, yeah. We can't vibrate high with unhealed relationship issues, past or present, in any form. We can't vibrate high with unhealed emotional issues. Why we think mental health is such a problem? Mental health only the problem that it is, and it's not a bad thing, but it ain't all good, because we hear about it, when we do hear about it, in negative terms, you know. But mental health always been an issue. It's always I say it's always been an issue, because it's a good thing to always have healthy mental health. Mental health. When we think of the term mental health, we don't usually associate it with something bad. You know, when you think of the term mental health, for at least something that me automatically associate that with a good thing, you see. But that ain't how it's being presented, you know, to us, you know, that's familiar with it. You know, whether somebody in our family dealing with it, the next door neighbor, somebody we know, you know, family dealing with it. you know. But mental health has a lot of forms. On the negative end, it has a lot of forms, you know, and it can take place through a lot of forms, you know. Keep yourself occupied. And I've been busy, that's why I ain't been able to tap in, but I wasn't gonna let nothing stop me from tapping in. Keep yourself occupied when there's a need to be occupied. And the reason that I say that is because boredom leads to depression. You know, boredom leads to depression. I talk to a lot of people about a lot of things. So just to keep it 100, I'm gonna give a message, you know, off of that. Boredom is I don't know where it's at from 1 to 10, but it's a high cause of depression. So we gotta be mindful of when we're not doing something, to make sure that we're aware of what we're doing. I say it like that. You know, yeah. Stay connected with ourselves. Self-limiting beliefs. You know, self-limiting beliefs. Cause can't nothing outside of you limit you the way that you limit yourself. You know, so and a lot of self-limiting beliefs that we may have or that may show up to be recognized. For us to recognize them is due to upbringing, programming, training, teaching, school, church, a whole lot of forms, a whole lot of things. So get really tapped in with yourself, you know, whoever I'm talking to, whenever you slide through. Stay, if you already tapped in with yourself, make sure that you really tapped in with yourself, you hear me? You know, cause we all living a life, and we all in life on different timelines. So we ain't all living the same experience through what we're experiencing. You know, the person right next to you could be living a totally different experience than you experienced. You know, that's how real this is. It's as real as it may feel, seem, and appear. It's fake. It's fake. You know, being woke ain't easy. Being woke ain't easy. Don't let nobody fool you. You know, fool us. Being woke is not easy because we ain't gonna like everything we see. And for those that see the good, bad, and the indifferent, and we have to choose from that place. We have to choose. We have to choose from that moment. You know, and once you see, you can't unsee. You know, and the more you see, the more you show. It's levels to this, you know, and on every levels, there's some balance to be had. There's some balance to be had between the two complementing forces. I won't even use the word opposing forces, you know, because we ain't looking for opposition. We here to balance the opposition, you know, and that start within oneself. You hear me? Remember, when you are who you are, because of who you are, not what you have, and people love you for that, you're a different kind of being. I love y'all. My name is Sawu. Stillness, good things, love, light, health, and wholeness. To the Cosmic Consciousness family and Soul Tribe, salute to the new subscribers. Keep coming back. We're going to finish this better than we started, you know, but we're going to have to go through some places that we may not want to get there in order to do it. You hear me? I love y'all. My name is Sawu. Peace to the family.